Drills Talk, episode 153. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 3 reasons to embrace new beginnings. This is based on a blog I wrote in the past entitled Familiar but New Beginnings. How many times have we embarked on something and it reminded us of something we did before? And based on that, we chose not to do the new thing. That's a mistake. We're going to discuss why we need to ignore that feeling, or at least confirm that it's true before we choose not to do that new thing, because it's holding us back and it could be taking us in a direction that we don't want to go. Let's get started.
Yo, Drills.
Created by the great wizard of the new world.
Drills Talk, episode 153. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 3 reasons to embrace new beginnings. But before we get started, please like, subscribe, show your love however you would like to show your love. Here on entrepreneurship/mindset motivation channel. Every Monday, there's a new blog. Every Wednesday, there's a new Drills Talk. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment. Ask me a question. Answer a question of someone else's. Become part of the team. Let's get started. Number 1. Number 1 is relax. This isn't that. In the intro, I touched on the fact that this is a familiar but new beginning. And we think about what happened before. And based on that, we're going to make a decision not to do this new thing. Now, it can be a relationship. It can be a job. It can be a move, whatever it is. Something about it is making us think about the past. So let's say we meet a new person, we're dating, right? And we make a joke and this person laughs and makes a comment, and that comment makes us think about an ex. And we're like, oh my goodness, this person may be just like them. Hold on, hold your horses, relax. This isn't that, right? Why are we making that assumption? A lot of people may react the way them two react to that joke. You know what I mean? It's just like, we need to pump our brakes and confirm that what we're hearing or what we're thinking is a fact. Because if it's not, we need to remind ourselves that this isn't that. Right? Because that person that you're sitting across on that date could be the next 5-year, 10-year, or permanent relationship. And just because, you had some 7-month, 12-month thing that didn't work out and they responded the same way that this person responded to a joke, it's absolutely not a reason to throw that away, right? You go to a job and maybe the culture seems the same, but these are all different people. The management is different. The location is different. The age of the company is different. The way they run things, may look the same, but this is not that. And you definitely don't want to make a decision of leaving a company that you probably would have loved and moved up way faster just because it reminded you of a situation that you left. Again, let's make sure that we do our due diligence and confirm that our thoughts and our familiarity is actually factual, because you don't want to lose something based on, the very small sample size of information. Number 2 is the present scares us more. And a lot of times the present will scare us more. So we embrace that new beginning because our current situation is so scary. What's this unknown thing? This unknown thing looks like a chance to escape, right? So we do that. And I don't see anything wrong with that. If it moves you towards, what you need to do, which is this new beginning, by all means. If your present sucks, what do you have to lose in trying something new, right? Absolutely nothing. I agree with that. But understand that when you make this change, when you make this leap, it's because you didn't like your current situation. You're doing this to be better. So don't just accept any situation. Don't go into something new and it seems a little crummy and you say, okay, well, but this is not what it was. It sucked last week. So I'm just going to jump into something. You definitely want to jump into a situation. Again, confirming that this situation is good. Just like in number 1, we confirmed that this situation was not going to be a repeat of what we were leaving. You want to take it a step further and say, no, not only is this not a repeat, this is better. This is a new beginning. This is what I need. This is what I am asking for. I've been asking for. This is what I'm going to put my best foot forward towards, because otherwise you're leaving one sucky situation for a new sucky situation. And that's not what we want to do. When we embrace new beginnings, the new beginning has to be full of possibility, positive possibility. You're not changing just to change. You don't want to make too many parallel moves, and you definitely don't want to make a parallel move if it's from bad to bad, because now you're just wasting more time. So understand that when we do attempt to jump into this new thing, and it's because our current situation is not that great, make sure when we do get into that new beginning, we're confirming that it's going to be better. Because changing for the sake of changing is not the idea. Number three is a second chance. We talked about escaping a situation because it reminded us of something that didn't work out, and that may not be the best thing to do, right? You want to confirm that it's actually that before removing yourself. We talked about going into a situation because our current situation sucks, but we're kind of apt to jump into anything because we just want to get away from this, right? But we want to make sure that our new situation is great. What about we've done one, we've done two, we confirm that this is not that. We also confirm that our current situation is going to be better than what we're leaving. But now we see that some of the positives that was in our past situation is showing again, right? We see some of the positives, some of the perks that we liked about, what we left in the past. And we have a second chance at getting that back. We want to treat this with, kid gloves. We don't want to mess it up. We want to nurture it. We want to say, okay, well, this situation is better, and I get something that I loved about the past. Most of it sucked. Yeah, that's fine. But these things I love, and this opportunity is better and give me a second chance at grasping that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the most of this opportunity. I'm going to treat this way better. I'm going to try to make these things work as much as I can. Maybe I'm going to try harder than I did in those past situations. They weren't great, but I'm sure that it wasn't all the world's fault. I'm sure I had something to do with it, right? So I'm going to make sure that in this scenario, in a new scenario, a better scenario, that's not a repeat of what I've accomplished or had to go through, I would say, in the past, this situation has some of the perks of the past and is a better situation. I'm going to be on my best behavior. I'm going to put my best foot forward. I'm going to make sure this second chance is, I'm taking advantage of it as much as I can, because there's a chance that it'll never come again. What's the chance of me finding another position that's not a repeat of this one, not a repeat of the first one, and giving me the perks that I loved in both? Very slim. So please, if you are going into a new beginning and you're in there and you realize that, not only is this new and better, but it's also giving me some of the perks that I loved in the not so great situations, I need to be on my best behavior. I need to bust my ass to stay in the situation. I need to make sure that this relationship works. I need to make sure that this job is understanding that I'm an asset to it. That's what you need to do. Second chances don't come as you get older and older. They become fewer and fewer. Life doesn't, really keep giving you second chances when you get older, because you look like a fool when you keep squandering them away. So if you do have a new beginning, you get a second chance, make the most of it. Drills Talk, episode 153. These are the top 3 reasons to embrace new beginnings. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's drills.com. Check this shit out. It's Drills.